first down on the Ram 42. Kyle Bowler, the quarterback, playing with the injured Mark Bulger, and completes the pass out to the 46 to Randy McMichael, the tight end, for a gain of 6. So Kyle Bowler 0 for 9 in his last 9 starts. Last time he won was back in 07. And looking at the Rams offense, and once again shuffling on the right side of the line, Richie Incognito back after missing 4 games.
And fullback Mike Carney is going to be out today, so look for them to utilize running backs and tight ends in short yardage and goal line situations.
And you're right, Billy Badgema is one of those in there right now in the fullback position. And movement on the line, and the initial signal would be an offsides call. And
offside, number 91 defense, 5-yard penalty. Result of the penalty is a first down.
Pete Morelli, the referee. Tommy Harris, offsides. Let's take a look now at the Bears defense. It's been a real disappointment. Lance Briggs missing his first game this season, and there's a shakeup in the secondary as well, Trent.
Yeah, third-year player Kevin Payne is going to get his second start of the season, but this time it's going to be at strong safety.
Al Afalava is the free safety. 1st and 10 in Bear territory on the rollout, and the pass incomplete, out of bounds, and it was intended for Donnie Avery. So already both teams have had the ball in the enemy territory, as you see Kyle Bowler, who's making his 5th appearance and 4th start of the year. And the Rams with 16 points in the first quarter, last in the league.
And I think that's good what they're doing with Kyle Bowler. If you notice, the first play of the game was a quick pass to Randy McMichael to get him involved. The second play was getting him outside the pocket.
2nd and 10 at the 47. Steven Jackson's first carry doesn't get much, a yard. And it was Nick Roach, the strong side linebacker, making the play.
And we'll have to keep an eye on Steven Jackson. We mentioned the last 2 weeks he hasn't had any practice time because of a sore back that he's been dealing with. He came out today with these cold temperatures. We'll have to keep an eye on whether or not that gets stiff, and if he'll be able to carry the load for the entire game.
Now Jackson passing Eric Dickerson, the Hall of Famer, for 1,000 yards. Kenneth Darby is in the game at running back. 3 receivers out of the shotgun goes Bowler. Pressure by Agulier, and he gets him. Adewale Agulier, and the first sack of the game will force the Rams to punt, and a loss of 8.
Adewale Agulier is lined up one-on-one with Adam Goldberg. Wally told us coming into this game that he's faced Adam Goldberg before. You can see right there he just beats him around the edge. Kyle Bowler has no chance to get rid of the ball.
Back at Soldier Field, Jay Cutler, who has 20 interceptions, leading the league, and a career high for him, but has thrown only 3 picks at home. Bears starting from the 15. Play action on first down, and Cutler gets hit as he launches it, and Devin Hester makes the catch. Ball floated out there, and there were 2 defenders, but Hester makes the play, and a big play of 48 yards.
And when you initially see that ball thrown, you're thinking, what's he doing throwing into coverage? The Rams had dropped into a cover 2 or a deep quarters coverage. Jay takes a huge hit there, throws the ball up the field. Devin Hester does a great job of locating the ball. James Butler, number 37, the safety, doesn't locate the ball, and Hester is able to go up and get the ball.
Devin Aromashadu is in the lineup, number 19. And there's the quick pass, but dropped by Aromashadu. And it'll be 2nd down and 10.
With James Butler playing the deep quarter, he's got to be able to locate that ball. Devin Hester does a good job. It's a little bit underthrown. After seeing the hit that Jay Cutler took, you can understand why. Devin Hester goes up, attacks the ball, and is able to bring it in with James Butler not being able to locate it.
And that was the longest pass to Hester this year from Cutler. 2nd down and 10. Looking left and going up top, and Johnny Knox, and a flag is going to go down. Flag going down, and let's See, Quincy Butler was downfield and was never playing the ball and was in front of Knox as the ball hit him.
Pass interference, number 36 of the defense. Automatic first down.
Just with what happened with James Butler, the same thing happens with Quincy Butler. He never turns around to locate the ball, and when the receiver comes back, Knox comes back to try and make a play on the ball. There's the collision and the pass interference. Good job by the offensive line of the Bears, giving Cutler some room and some separation to lay that ball out there.
35-yard play, so it'll be first and goal at the 2. And here's Matt Forte trying to drive and gets down to the 1-yard line. James Hall, who has looked good coming off the bench, started last week in Chris Long's position. It'll bring up second and goal.
This has been an area of concern for the Bears. Both teams are struggling in the first quarter in their scoring. Bears going to try pound it in here, get the run game going.
Here's Forte. No signal. Didn't make it. It'll be third and goal. Inching forward, but now it'll be third down.
And that may be an indicator as to why Greg Olsen is leading the team with 6 touchdowns. Down in this red zone, they've got to be able to pound that ball in there. 2 plays in a row now. They've tried running it up the middle. Let's see the kind of message that Lovie Smith is going to send. Do you try a third run here and potentially go with the play action on 4th down? I say they're going to run it.
James Laurinaitis right in the middle, and they're going to run it, and they're going to score it. Matt Forte with a touchdown.
Lovie Smith has talked over and over again about this being a running football team, and we're going to pound the football. We mentioned at the beginning that the Rams have had a hard time stopping the run, and the Bears are looking to get going in the running game. 3 plays in a row from the 1-yard line. The Bears try pounding it in, and on the 3rd try, Forte is able to find that gap.
Concerned that the colder weather might affect his back. First down, and Steven Jackson with the carry. Jackson brings it out to the 34-yard line. Alex Brown the tackle after a 6-yard pickup.
And that does have to be a concern for the St. Louis Rams. We've touched a couple times already on Steven Jackson's back, but the fact that he does such a good job of yards after first contact, breaking those arm tackles and powering through those runs, carrying guys for extra yardage, that'll be a concern with his back.
1,120 yards coming in. Second in the league to the great Chris Johnson of Tennessee, who's having a marvelous season. Second down and 4. And on the end around, here's Donnie Avery. He'll get the first down easily. And gets close to midfield and might edge his way. No, he's on his own 49 as Nick Roach finally brings him down. A 15-yard end around.
It's a way you can utilize Donnie Avery's speed, but look at Alex Brown coming flat. That's got to be the outside contain of the linebacker. And Donnie Avery coming outside, he's got 2 linemen. He's got 2 linemen right there. He's got to get outside of that, use his speed, get to the sideline. Don't turn it upside and take the hit.
So the ball at the 49-yard line of the Rams, and here is Steven Jackson trying to find some room up the middle, protecting the ball, and he gets 5 on the play. For a game break, here's Kurt Menefee. Welcome, Kurt.
Well, thank you very much, Dick. The Washington Redskins getting an early lead on the New Orleans Saints. Jason Campbell and Fred Davis hooking up for an 8-yard score, and the Redskins out in front, 7-0. Back to Dick and Trent.
Boy, it gets tighter when you're unbeaten as the season goes on, doesn't it?
The pressure definitely builds.
Second down and 5. From the 47, here's Steven Jackson, and runs right into Tillman and a couple of other Bears. No gain on the play. So 3rd down coming up. And you're looking at Charles Tillman, who suffered a mild concussion last week against Minnesota, but feels well enough to be out there. And Danielle Manning, who was the starter, and now the nickel back has come into the game.
And on 3rd and long, you see Steven Jackson leaving the game, Kenneth Darby coming in with the passing situation. You're going to see some more rotation with Steven Jackson's injury.
Not good on third down conversions, and this pass overthrown to Avery. And fourth down coming in, and Bowler taking a shot, who had a 72-yard run against the Eagles on his first carry, falls down, and Bell gets the handoff. And it could have been worse than that. And you see some players, we saw Bowler slipping early. We see Khalil Bell slipping here. This turf was resodded this week, and it was the second time that it was resodded in the last 11 weeks.
And there has been recent discussion here in Chicago about putting an artificial turf into Soldier Field. I don't know. I'm against that. I guess I like Soldier Field on the ground.
Not here, Trent. And pressure on Cutler. He completes it to Greg Olsen. And a good thing he did, because the Rams were about to stop him as Laurinaitis makes the play on Olsen, and a gain of 1.
Great discipline by the Rams defensive front, knowing that Jay Cutler likes to bootleg and naked away. They stayed in their lanes. They put pressure on him. They came off the slot, and then, as you said, Laurinaitis, Vabora, they were right there for Olsen. Cutler put the ball right on him, but those guys were right there to make the play.
Leading the team in tackles is the rookie. Third down and 8. Cutler up the middle, and it's caught by Earl Bennett. Loses the ball, but it goes out of bounds. It'll still be Bears ball. And Otagwe, who forced the fumble earlier, knocks the ball out of the hands of Earl Bennett, but the Bears will keep possession.
Once again, this happened earlier in the game on the pass interference in the end zone. The Rams stacked 9 guys in the box to get Jay Cutler to check out of it. I'm not sure how many more times today the Rams will be making that call to cause confusion, because the first time was a pass interference in the end zone. The second time is a big play to get him inside the 20 at the other end of the field. So they may want to stop disguising and get Jay Cutler to check those of that.
First down at the 20 after the Bears timeout. And Cutler completes the pass to Knox, and it'll be a first down inside the 10. So the rookie Johnny Knox has made some big plays and has become a fan favorite. Picks up 11 yards.
Johnny Knox does a good job in his one-on-one coverage with Ron Bartel. He pushes him up deep, comes back to the football, and Jay Cutler gets flushed out of the pocket. He's very effective on the run. That's something he did a lot of in Denver, and you may see more of today.
First and goal at the 9. 2 tight ends, and Khalil Bell remains the setback. And here's Bell. And Bell runs into Clifton Ryan. And no gain on the play. So the Bears threatening, leading 7-0, and Jay Cutler has hit long passes, 71, 48, and 35 on a pass interference.
Devin Hester is one-on-one right here on the outside. They go to the running game, but matched up with him is Justin King, who is the Rams' 3rd defensive back. He usually is in nickel situations. Right now he's matched up with Devin Hester again, so we'll see if the Rams decide to take that matchup.
Second and goal. Cutler with a pass, and again it hits the back of the defender Ron Bartel on the pass intended for Earl Bennett.
The Rams have got to do a better job of turning around and locating the football. I know we talked about it earlier on the pass interference and also the big play into double coverage that James Butler didn't turn around and were able to make the big play. But once again, Ron Bartel does not turn and locate the ball. Earl Bennett attempts to come back for it. If he comes back a little harder, I think you'll get a pass interference on that play as well.
Very fortunate that one wasn't called there. Third and goal. Here come the Rams, and the pass, and Hester makes it for the touchdown. Devin Hester with a tough catch on a great pass, beating Ron Bartel Similar to that previous play, and the Rams score again, or the Bears score once more. One-handed grab.
Great catch by Devin Hester. Good concentration. Gets his one hand on the ball. Is able to bring it in. But that second foot comes down out of bounds.
They're going to challenge up, and Amendola bruised a hip in practice on Friday. And here Steven Jackson gets running room on first down. And a good play by Jamar Williams, who is starting in place of Lance Briggs at weak side linebacker. Did start earlier this year on the strong side.
And you know what, Dick? I don't know if you've noticed it, but it seems like Steven Jackson, yes, he is favoring a back injury, but he doesn't seem to have that same burst that he's had throughout the season. Right there, there was an opportunity to really fly into that secondary and cause some punishment. He didn't have that same burst, so we'll have to keep an eye on that.
He got 6 on that play, 2nd and 4. Bowler completes the pass. No first down, though. Randy McMichael makes the catch, shy of a first down by a yard. And right now, let's go out to Kurt Menefee again with a game break.
Lions and Bengals after William James picked off Carson Palmer. The very next play, the Lions take advantage. Matthew Stafford hooking up with Calvin Johnson. 54 yards on the touchdown. And the Lions have the lead, 7-0 in the first quarter. Dick and Trent.
All right, Kurt, thank you. And people look at strength of schedules. You never know at this time of year when you're going to get upset, although it's early in that game. 3rd and 1. Here's Jackson. And he'll get the first down. And Roach trying to bring him down from behind. But Steven Jackson has the first down to the 40-yard line, getting 4 on the play.
He may not have that burst, but he sure has that leg drive. The Bears were able to put 9 defensive players inside the box near the line of scrimmage. Steven Jackson does a good job of cutting back, seeing his legs, seeing his lanes, and there you can see Roach. He's on for a ride. He's carried him there for a couple yards to get that first down. Good job by Steven Jackson driving those legs.
On first down, play action, and Bowler has plenty of time, and going deep in traffic, and Donnie Avery was defended by Kevin Payne, among others. So Payne playing strong safety today, and Charles Tillman also back there as the Rams going for the big score.
Donnie Avery is their big speed receiver. They do a good job with the run fake. They're trying to draw the Bears into coverage. Kyle Bowler has a good deal of time. Donnie Avery, this is a tough throw by Kyle Bowler. He throws in. There's a couple of defenders right there. They dive. There's Payne diving in to make the play right at the last minute, preventing the touchdown.
2nd down and 10. Here's Jackson. And Jackson getting inside the 35-yard line. Hunter Hillenmeyer brings him down after a pickup of 6. So 2nd in the NFL, already with 1,100 yards is Steven Jackson. He has had 6 100-yard rushing games, 2nd in the league. And he leads the NFL in runs of 10 or more yards with 32. So having a great year is Jackson. And he goes out of the game replaced by Kenneth Darby on 3rd and 4 with nearly a minute to go in the first. Good protection for Bowler. But he could not find a receiver, and Donijay finally gets to him. He had the good protection early on, but the Bears did a good job downfield, and there'll be a loss of 7 yards.
They did a good job, but once again, the Bears bring everybody up near the line of scrimmage. Kyle Bowler has a lot of time on the top of the field with Brandon Gibson. He's in one-on-one coverage, and I thought maybe he would get to the backside, but you can tell this is a strong side read because his eyes never went that way the entire time. He was looking front side the entire time.
Matt Forte getting the handoff on first down. Gets a burst up the middle and brings it out too close to the 8-yard line. Otagwe greeting him after a pickup of 6. And that should be the last play and will be of the first quarter. They're on their own 41. Bowler fakes one way, and this pass incomplete, and Apalava almost picked it off. Jamar Williams defending against Randy McMichael, and the Bears very nearly had a big opportunity.
And that's the hard thing as a quarterback. When you're not able to have the time to take the ball down the field, you can see that the times today that the Rams have gone downfield, Kyle Boller hasn't had time. So you're relegated to doing 3-step drops and quick drops. And when you're done with that, you're forced to be very accurate, and the defenders are right there.
-6 in the passing department for Boller. Hands off to Steven Jackson. Steven Jackson. Payne had him first, and a gain of 8 yards. Early in the second quarter from Soldier Field in Chicago, Dick Stockton along with Trent Green. Bears leading 10-0, trying to end a 4-game losing streak, and the Rams have dropped 3 in a row as Jackson goes out, replaced by Kenneth Darby. 3rd down and 2. Take the handoff to Darby, and Boller gets by a defender and is not going to get the first down. It was Ogunleye who missed the chance to knock Boller back for a big loss, but Anthony Adams came up big.
Kyle Boller does a good job with his vision upfield. Adewale Ogunleye has got to be able to make that tackle. Boller does a good job. You have to be careful sticking your head up in there, especially Mark Bulger is already down.
And the deepest penetration has been the Bears 33. Here's Jackson, nowhere to go. And down he goes. He'll lose a couple of yards. Anthony Adams the first to get to him. So Jackson losing 2 yards, and we haven't really seen him in his great NFL running style that we're used to coming into this game.
We mentioned he's a little bit slow on his cuts. He does still have the power, but as far as his quickness in his cuts and his leg drive, it looks a little slowed by his injured back. But you can see there's definitely an effort on the Bears' part after facing Adrian Peterson a week ago to stop the run game this week.
Sam Congado is in the lineup with Jackson. Play fake. And Boller pass is caught by Amendola. Flag is down. And Amendola close to the first down pending the call as the flag is thrown back at the line of scrimmage. It would be an 11-yard gain pending.
Holding, number 70. Offense, 10-yard penalty still. 2nd down.
Alex Barron just whipping him around, grabbing him around the shoulders and throwing him down. That's going to get called every time. But as a quarterback and the number of hits that Kyle Boller has taken today, there's sometimes you got to send that message, and it's good to see your offensive line fighting for you.
Alex Barron leading the NFL in holding penalties. That was his 7th of the season. So instead of nearly a first down, it's 2nd and 22. Ball back to the 46, and on the delay, Steven Jackson running into his own man. And a good play made by Adonijay after a pick of 3. And here's a game break. Kurt Menefee.
Well, we showed you earlier a defensive interception set up the score for the Lions. This time, an interception by Jonathan Fanene turns against the Lions. And Cincinnati evens up the score at 7 apiece in the second quarter. Dick and Trent.
Who chose to watch last week's game on television with a sports writer, and he had some interesting comments. 3rd down and 19, and the pass caught by Brandon Gibson, loses the ball, and it's picked up by Afalava. Pushed out of bounds is Afalava. Big turnover for the Bears.
Afalava doing a great job of getting in position, but Brandon Gibson, this is one of the few passes today they've been on target. He gets contact, the ball pops up, Afalava returns it, and this has been the problem the Rams have had all year. They get opportunities, they get good field position, and they have negative plays. They have the holding play that brings it back. Then here they have the turnover that the Bears now take inside the 20 and get ready to score and put some more points on the board.
They hope. 41-yard return by Afalava, but it was Zach Bowman who put the hit on Gibson. So each team is committed a turnover. Rams couldn't take advantage of theirs earlier. And a first down at the 16. Khalil Bell on the pitch. And Bell is taken down hard by Laurinaitis. And a gain of 3 yards.
Well, the Bears coaching staff didn't hold a grudge against Khalil Bell. They got him back in the game after costing him a timeout on that punt out of the end zone a few series ago. But the Rams are going to have to stand firm here and try and hold them to a field goal after their offense gave them up the ball.
2nd and 6. Here's Bell again. And Bell taken down by Chris Long after a gain of 2. So it'll be 3rd down coming up for the Bears. Jay Cutler has completed 4 of 9 for 131 yards. And the 1 touchdown scored by Chicago, who was on a 1-yard run.
Remember, down in this territory, the red zone, Greg Olsen has been a big factor. He leads the team with 6 touchdowns. He's also been a big factor in 3rd and short to medium situations. So look for a matchup here.
In the red zone, they look to Olsen. And Cutler on the rollout. And throws it away as good defensive, and Cutler taking a hit. Leonard Little in his 12th year. And that'll bring up 4th down. So the Rams do stiffen Trent. And coming on is Robbie Gould to try his 2nd field goal.
Very impressive by the Rams defense after the turnover down in their own end zone. The coverage is good. There's nowhere for Cutler to go with this ball. Leonard Little does a good job with his pursuit. Victor Adeanju does a good job with his pursuit, and you can see Cutler lands awkwardly on that right shoulder. That's something we'll have to continue to keep an eye on as well.
28-yard attempt by Gould. And a fake and a shuffle pass to Greg Olsen. And the Rams will take over. So the Bears, feeling good about themselves, leading 10-0, decide on a little trick point. 1st down, Rams from the 10. Steven Jackson. Jackson runs into his own man, Jason Brown, gets 3 yards.
And back to the fake field goal, you can see right here coming off the side there, Roach does a good job of seeing Greg Olsen go down the line, and on that shuffle pass, he feels that pressure, sees Olsen escaping, and grabs a hold of his jersey, and he's really the reason that play didn't have any success, because he sniffed it out right from the beginning. As soon as he saw Olsen leave his assignment, he followed him right down the line.
So Jackson goes out. Darby is in on 2nd down and 7. That's Kenneth Darby. And the pass going to Darby. And will get out of bounds after getting the 1st down. Chased by the middle linebacker, Hunter Hillenmeyer. And a gain of 13 yards.
Good play and good concept by the Rams. You get a matchup on Kenneth Darby against Hillenmeyer. That speed there is not going to be able to hold up. So good misdirection by the Rams, faking one direction, bootlegging out the other, and getting that isolation of Darby on Hillenmeyer out in the flat to get the 1st down.
Well, the Bears have really been a disappointment on defense, and Pat Shermer trying to find the keys today. Hillenmeyer, of course, in for Urlacher. He used a lot of linebacking situations as Jackson is tackled by Jamar Williams after a gain of about a yard. So there've been a lot of shuffling going on, Trent, in the linebacking position. Williams, of course, for Lance Briggs, missing his 1st game of the season and only the 3rd game in 7 seasons.
And that's even more impressive what the Bears have been able to do on defense. The field position that the Rams have had all day and the effectiveness that the Bears defense has had stopping the run and keeping Steven Jackson to no big plays.
Jackson not happy about something maybe not being in there. There's the slant, and Brandon Gibson makes the catch, and it should be enough for the 1st down. And the rookie from Washington State, as Jackson comes back in the game. And it will be a 1st down for the Rams.
Nice catch by Brandon Gibson coming back after his turnover the previous series. Kyle Bowler comes right back to him. Brandon Gibson does a nice job of sliding while making that catch and getting the 1st down.
Jackson averaging 4.7 yards per rush. He's going to help his yardage on this play, and he gets the 1st down as he just crashes through Payne and Zach Bowman to get 11 yards. And the 2nd straight 1st down for the Rams.
Well, it's interesting the effectiveness the Rams are having now after starting with poor field position, whereas all day they've been around midfield, but this is exactly what they've needed. Whether they go down and get points or not, they've been able to get out of their own end zone, get the ball near midfield. Let's see if they can convert it into some points.
Billy Benjamin with a good block Remember, they don't have the fullback today, so here is Jackson with a solid run, getting into Bear territory to the 48. Kevin Payne makes the play after a 4-yard pickup. As Trent Green mentioned earlier, Mike Carney inactive for the second straight week, and so tight ends will have to fill the bill as blocking backs. And there you see the Rams today. Only 92 yards, 24 in the air, and 1 for 6 on third downs. But so far, this has been their best offensive sequence. 2nd and 6. Jackson comes out to the left slot. Fake to him, and the quick to Avery. And Avery reaches forward and has enough for the first down, with Tillman trying to prevent it, and a 6-yard gain and another first down. And Incognito, who had a sprained foot, missing the last 4 games, slow getting up.
And he's actually going out of the game. He's calling for Mark Setterstrom to come in and relieve him. Richie has missed the last 4 games because of a knee injury. He doesn't look to be hobbling or limping or anything. It just depends on what happened. I'm not sure.
Anytime you have to move the offensive line around, as you well know, they've had to do it again this week. It's tough for the quarterback. Bowler handing off to Jackson. And Steven Jackson getting to the 40, where Jamar Williams makes the play. And a gain of 2 with 3.5 minutes remaining in the first half.
This has been a very effective drive for the Rams. If you think about where they started, the field position they have, they've done a good job of running the ball. Steven Jackson pounding it. He's had one run where he got around 8 or 10 yards, but most of the time it's been controlled passing and pounding the ball up the middle at 4, 5, 6 yards a crack.
And the Rams still have all 3 of their timeouts remaining. 2nd and 8. Bowler. And it's caught by Gibson. Brandon Gibson still on his feet. And a nimble job done by Gibson to get inside the 20-yard line. A 21-yard pick up with Afalava finally putting him away. But the Rams are threatening here, down by 10-0.
Well, the thing that's even more impressive about Brandon Gibson on this play, yes, he comes back, he slips at the top of the back, but to catch the ball on your knees, get up off the ground and gain another 10 to 15 yards, that tells you the type of separation he had in running that route.
You like receivers who would get on their knees and say, throw it to me now, right?
Especially if they were in the end zone.
Yeah, of course. Comes out to the left, defended by Bowman. First down, and here's Jackson with a hole. Steven Jackson inside the 10. And a very impressive drive by the Rams that started at about the 10-yard line. 13 yards for Steven Jackson.
And Steven Jackson may not have that explosive pop because of the soreness in his back, but the offensive line, Billy Badgema's in at fullback. We already mentioned they're going to be rotating different players in that spot. You can't arm tackle Steven Jackson. He keeps driving, Randy McMichael getting fired up, number 84 there. He's getting fired up. They want to get this ball in the end zone.
Jackson 34 yards on this drive, 72 already in the game. First and goal. And they go to Jackson again, and Jackson will be tackled by Jamar Williams, picking up 1 yard. Starting from the 21, Badgema is the fullback in front of Jackson, who gets the handoff. Trying to pick his way to look for an opening, none there.
Well, I would say based off that play, there was definitely some talk in the locker room at halftime among the Chicago Bears to gang tackle Steven Jackson, because you can see the number of Bear jerseys smothering Steven Jackson as he approached the line of scrimmage.
And of course the Rams, if they're going to have any success offensively with the pass, they're going to have to run Jackson, even if he doesn't get that many yards.
And I think it's going to be effective for the Rams to be able to change up as well. Get Kenneth Darby in there. He's a change of speed guy that really brings a different dimension to the running game.
2nd and 9. Play action, Kyle Bowler toward the sideline, and the pass is incomplete, and it was Avery, the intended receiver.
This is the 3rd or 4th time today that we've seen a bootleg by the St. Louis Rams, trying to get Kyle Bowler outside the pocket. Donnie Avery does a good job of hanging on to the ball. He's just not able to get his feet in bounds. You can see Randy McMichael with Adewale and Goulian maybe got away with a little bit of hold there. You can see both of them looking back to the official to see if it was called.
3rd down and 9. Gatto and Darby are in the backfield with Bowler. And Bowler's quick pass incomplete off the hands of Amendola. And it'll be 4th down. An opportunity for a catch. Craig Dahl, number 43, has replaced him at free safety. 1st down at the 23 for the Bears. And a handoff end around to Hester. And he's going to be put down by Paris Lennon. Lennon, who signed in week 2, has played with the Lions, Packers, and now the Rams. And shaken up is Devin Hester, limping as he comes to the sideline. There'll be a loss of 4 on this play.
I like what the Bears are trying to do with some misdirection, get some speed out on the edge. Paris Lennon, great discipline on his part to recognize that, get outside, do not let Devin Hester get outside. He rips the ball out of there. Devin Hester gets the ball back, but you can see he comes limping off the field.
Devin Aroma should do, number 19, has replaced him. 2nd down and 14, and the screen pass to Matt Forte. And a good play made by Darrell Scott, rookie from Clemson, as they work on Hester in the sideline.
And I know Ron Turner has taken some heat with his play calling here in Chicago, but I think he's done a good job with these first couple of plays. Change things up, get the around play to Hester, come off with a play action, get a little screen, try and get it going. They didn't have the effectiveness as far as yards are concerned, but you're changing things up from what you did in the first half.
3rd down and 8. And Cutler is going to go down. Chris Long fought off the blocker and came in for the sack. The 2nd time that Cutler has been sacked, and loses 10 on this play.
We talked about Chris Williams moving from the right tackle spot over to the left tackle spot with Orlando Pace being out this game, and Chris Long just beats him right from the snap all the way around the corner. Jay Cutler has no chance.
St. Louis. 1st down, and here is Jackson. Not much there. Goes down. No gain on the play. Maybe it lost a half a yard.
We talked with Coach Steve Spagnuolo, and he talked about staying the course, staying same, working hard, sticking together. I think the frustrating thing for Ram fans right now is coming out in the second half, you're looking for something exciting, some explosiveness from an offensive standpoint, and they really do the same thing. Their first series, they go 3 and out, they run the ball, they do a bootleg, and they throw a slant, which is what they did the first half. Here we go again on 1st down with Jackson up the middle. So let's see if they can change things up a little bit offensively.
And it's an end around to Amendola. Danny Amendola gets about 8 yards, and Tillman in the open field makes a good play. And maybe you have to pass a little bit to set up the run for Jackson, the opposite for the Bears maybe.
Good job by Tillman in the open field, and I think that's one of those things.
Face mask, number 33 of the defense, 15-yard penalty. 1st down.
So add on to this game of 7.
We talk about surprising the Bears on defense. Running around to Danny Amendola could be the surprise they were looking for. Normally the arounds and those stretch and reverse plays are to Donnie Avery because of his speed. With Amendola out there in the open field, you know, he is a kick return, punt return guy. He has shiftiness out in the open field and was able to gain some extra yards, and the Rams are in position.
So Tillman on the face mask, and the Rams have the ball on the Bears 26. 1st down, and here's Jackson, and Jackson is hit by Afalava immediately before he can get on track. So Al Afalava, the rookie from Oregon State, with a big play on 1st down.
And they've clearly talked to the Bears about wrapping up at halftime. The gang tackling that's going on with Steven Jackson, and right there Afalava comes in. He puts a big hit on Steven Jackson, but he really wraps up and doesn't allow Steven to get those big powerful legs driving through.
Jackson has gained 76 yards, but his average has been a little more than 3.5 per carry. 2nd and 10. Bowler flipped it out, and it's Jackson, and Jackson is not going to get away from Nick Roach. Big play. So 2 aggressive plays by the Bears defense. That was a 3-yard loss, and it'll be 3rd and long.
And I tend to be an offensive guy, Dick, so I talk about the aggressiveness on the offensive side, and they just haven't seen it. This is 3 times in a row now this second half. We're on 1st down. You run Steven Jackson up the middle. I know you're looking up the field there. You hit your check down, Steven Jackson on the swing. good recovery by the Bears defense to come up and make that tackle. But I'd like to see a little more creativity with this Rams offense, considering they haven't had much effectiveness.
3rd and 14. Remember, the backup quarterback, Kyle Bowler, is in there. And Bowler's pass, and it goes to Darby. Not going to get anywhere. And down he goes at the 31-yard line. And Jamar Williams ultimately makes the play. But you're absolutely right. But 4 of those plays were negative or 0. Johnny Knox, the rookie, back deep for Chicago, and it's Knox at the 5. Johnny Knox, big return, and what a fake. Penalty flag is down, but a spectacular return by Knox. The flag is thrown up at the 35-yard line of the Bears. 68 yards pending the penalty.
During the return, holding number 29 of the receiving team, 10-yard penalty, first down.
And that's going to nullify a huge and spectacular gain. Adrian Peterson holding on the return.
And even though Johnny Knox gets a big return here, makes Justin King miss, good hustle by the Rams. Kenneth Darby coming all the way back down the field to make the tackle. It's brought back, but you don't know, maybe this will be the excitement that this fans need, this team needs. You know, that first series, 3 and out. Now they've got something going, a little momentum. It was brought back because of penalty.
First down at the 24. Here's Matt Forte. And Forte, and nearly a loose ball, gets about 5.5 yards on the play. Devin Aromashadu has come in to replace the injured Devin Hester. So the first 3 drives, 141 yards. And the last drive, 6 drives, only 12. Calf injury for Hester, questionable as to his return. 2nd and 4, here's Forte. And nothing doing. James Butler got him quickly, the strong safety. So 3 yards on that play. So Hester shaken up. And a big force of the Bears offense. And now opposite to what the Rams are doing. They're not running the ball, Chicago, to set up Cutler's passing abilities. The Bears right now have only 32 rushing yards, an average of 2 yards a carry.
These last 2 plays, though, they pounded the ball up the middle. They put themselves into a manageable 3rd down here on 3rd and short.
And here's Forte, first down. Broke a couple of tackles, and he gets to the 40. And Paris Lennon missed him, and Laurinaitis made the play, but a first down Chicago. So they didn't go to the run their first possession, but they have here in the 2nd.
Well, that's 3 consecutive plays. You can see Ali's over on this side. He's pulling. He comes over. He's able to seal Lennon, and Forte gets to the 2nd level. Laurinaitis comes up and puts the hit on. But great block to free Forte to get the first down. 3 run plays in a row for the Bears.
That was 7 yards, and Cutler on first down, and it's caught by Knox. And Knox is ridden out of bounds by Quincy Butler. Short of midfield. They got about 7.5 yards on that play. And the word on Devin Hester is he is out of the game. He will not return after suffering a calf injury. So it's going to be up to Johnny Knox. Devin Aromashadu will get a chance. And Earl Bennett, who caught one for 71 yards early in the game. 2nd down and 3. Pitch to Forte. And brought down by Paris Lennon, but close to the first down, which he had to get in midfield. It'll be a 2-yard pickup. And a flag goes down after the play.
Personal foul, horse collar tackle, number 53 of the defense. 15-yard penalty on the first down.
Big penalty against the Rams, and it's on Paris Lennon.
The league has really made a point for player safety, eliminating the horse collar tackle. You can see what can happen from an injury of a player standpoint. Their legs get pinned underneath behind them. The defender can fall on the back of their legs, and Roy Williams is the one that put that penalty in place years ago.
And it includes the jersey. You don't have to just get it inside, as Khalil Bell on the carry, tackled by James Butler from behind and gets inside the 30-yard line. A 7-yard gain on first down after the penalty. Matt Forte is out of the game right now.
This is exactly what Lovie Smith had talked to us about. He wants the image of this team to be a run team, and on this drive there's really only been the one short pass play, and the rest they've been pounding away at this Rams front seven.
Khalil Bell, the running back, and he gets the handoff. First down, and wrestled down by Laurinaitis. So Khalil Bell, the UCLA rookie running back, and getting a first down to the 21-yard line. Call it the 22 of the Rams. Here's Bell with the run, and he is in there because Matt Forte, not sure whether he was shaken up or not, but there he is. And the Bears came in 28th in the league in rushing, have 52 right now. This is the 8th play of the drive. First down at the 22. Pitch to Bell, and runs right into David Babora.
And what may affect the running game for the Bears now, you mentioned Forte coming out of the game, but Jason McKee, the fullback for the Bears, limped off the field after the last play. So on that play they went with 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers, and they weren't as effective in the run game as they have been prior in this drive.
And like Carney out for the Rams, McKee the only fullback dressed for the Bears. 2nd and 9. So Hester, Forte, and McKee all shaken up. Hester gone for the day. On 2nd down and 9. Cutler ad-libbing, trying to get it to Knox. Incomplete, and a flag. Flag goes down. Penalty marker in the backfield. Pete Morelli.
Illegal use of hands to the face, and 24 of the defense. 5-yard automatic first down.
So penalties on the defensive side, really hurting the Rams on this drive. It's on Ron Bartell, and it'll be an automatic first down, Chicago.
Well, instead of this being a 3rd and 10, now all of a sudden the Bears have first down in the red zone. Ron Bartell is a guy that the Bears have been picking on all day. We made a point of that in the first half, and once again he comes up with a negative play, getting a first down. Bartell goes up top on this play.
And Jason McKee back in at fullback in front of Khalil Bell. First down, and here is Bell off the left side. Khalil Bell, and close to the first down, and following Roberto Garza, the right guard, blocking in front of him, and a gain of 9 yards. And the Bears leading by 4 in this game, threatening here in this 3rd quarter.
You can see the guards come around, they lead it outside for the back. He does a counter step and then comes to the outside, follows his blockers. Those guys I believe that's the Bears' biggest run of the day. It seems like they've been pounding them up 3, 4, 5 yards, but on that play they're able to pound out 8 yards.
I think you're right. 2nd and 1. Here's Bell. And the second effort for Bell could get him that first down as we wind close to 3 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter.
That's not a very effective red zone today. You look at what's happened for the Bears. This is their 4th time down in there, settling for a touchdown and a field goal. And of course they went for that one fake field goal that the Rams sniffed out and were able to stop.
Khalil Bell comes off the field, and Matt Forte, apparently healthy, has come back into the game, measuring for the first down and getting it. So the Bears will have a 1st and goal at the 6-yard line. The only touchdown in the game came in the 1st quarter when Matt Forte went over from a yard out to cap an 85-yard drive on the 2nd possession for Lovie Smith's Bears.
And McKee's back in the game as well, so look for them to pound it up in there. They've got their 2 running backs that both went out of the game earlier in this drive, are now back in. with a 1st and goal.
And 2 tight ends with Olsen and Kellen Davis, number 87. 11th play coming up. Forte. And Forte is hit by Larry Grant. 3 yards on that play. So the Bears threw it, didn't run it the first possession, but this was the 9th running play on this drive, and it's 2nd and goal.
They take one of those big tight ends out of the game, bring in a couple of more wide receivers. I tend to think this is a disguise. They want the Rams to think that they're going to throw the ball, but based on what we've seen today and what the Rams are trying, or what the Bears are trying to establish in the red zone, I think they're going to pound it in there one more time.
2nd and goal from the 3. Here's Matt Forte, and he's not going to go anywhere. And the Rams thinking the same thing. They weren't fooled by the receivers being in there, and Clifton Ryan leading the charge.
Good push up front by the Rams defensive line. They get penetration. The linebackers come into the 2nd level. Nice job by Cliff Ryan. He's initially knocked to the ground. He keeps working, gets himself up. Owen Kreutz has no effectiveness on him. Cliff Ryan bursts right through that, gets off the ground, and penetrates the backfield to make the tackle.
So it's 3rd and goal from the 3. 4 wide receivers, 3 to the left side. And a touchdown pass to Earl Bennett. That time they showed pass and they passed the ball, and open in the end zone was Earl Bennett. And Jay Cutler with his first touchdown toss of the game. On the ground. From the 19, Matt Forte. Bursts outside and might have had a lot more if it weren't for David Vobora. And coming up next on Fox, perhaps after this play, 1st down. Khalil Bell is coming in running back, and Bell going outside is taken down by James Butler. Giants Cowboys, the rematch.
Well, it's going to be an exciting game. I think everybody remembers, we just saw the highlights there of their first meeting. 2 teams really going in different directions. You know, if you look at what happened at the start of the season, they were going in opposite directions. Dallas was losing, Giants were winning everything. Now the Cowboys have taken stranglehold of first place in the East, and the Giants are struggling. They haven't won very many games lately and trying to get back in the mix, trying to get back in that playoff mix.
2nd down and 7, and here is Bell, and he is tackled immediately by James Butler. And of course, with the Eagles leading the Falcons handily, 27-0 right now. The Giants coming in 1 game behind Philadelphia. So in order to keep pace a game behind the Eagles, they need a victory. Otherwise, they're 2 behind. If the Giants don't beat Dallas today, they'll be 6-6. And there'll be a lot of questions about their wild card possibilities. 3rd down and 6 coming up. Khalil Bell carried 11 times for 35 yards. This is a passing down. Incomplete to Bennett. Coverage by Justin King. Crowd yelling for a hold. None coming, so it's 4th down, and Jay Cutler is enraged over the no call.
Cutler's enraged, Bennett's looking for the flag, and Justin King quietly gets up off the field.
From the 24, Steven Jackson going outside on 1st down, gets a 1st down close to midfield and run out of bounds by Kevin Payne. And a gain of 23 yards, the longest run from scrimmage for Steven Jackson today.
We're gonna come back to the 3rd down play where Jay Cutler was so hot, and there's 2 penalties that actually take place on this play. You can either call an illegal bump after 5 yards. You'll see Justin King grab Earl Bennett around the waist, so you can get illegal contact after 5 yards. You also can call, because the ball was in the air, you could call pass interference. So there was 1 of 2 calls that could have been called on that play, and neither one was.
1st down at the 47 of St. Louis. Jackson again. Picks up a yard. Jamar Williams on the play. Well, the Rams certainly have had their opportunities in field position. They have had 7 possessions inside Bears territory and have managed just 3 field goals out of it. And there you see Bowler, 11 for 20. Not much yardage there. Steven Jackson with 112 goes over 100 again for the 7th time this year. 2nd down and 9. And the quick to Amendola, and right there to make the play was Nick Roach. Big play by Roach.
We've talked all day about Kyle Bowler trying to get the ball upfield. Donnie Avery comes out, tries to get a block. Daniel Fells doesn't get the seal. Amendola gets the catch. Good recovery by the Bears defense.
17-9, and the Bears leading, starting from the 3. Matt Forte. Big run for Forte. Close to the 20-yard line. Dahl from behind making the stop. And a gain of 14.
Great job by the offensive line, creating a hole. Garza comes pulling around. Forte sees that block, follows it up through the hole. The Rams are a little over-aggressive in their pursuit. Give Forte an opportunity to get to the 2nd level and pick up a 1st down.
Longest run from scrimmage by the Bears. Gets them out of trouble. 1st down at the 18. Here's Forte again. And slowed up by James Butler, former Giant, who's had a big game defensively today. And a gain of 8 yards.
Chris Williams against Chris Long on this run play. Does a good job of getting into his body, sealing off. Gives Forte an opportunity to run up inside. Inopportune time for this Rams defense. They've done a good job of stuffing the run, pursuing to the ball. These last 2 plays, they've over-pursued.
They have run the ball to Jackson on 1st down almost all the time. They're on the 45, their own 45. Kyle Bowler will try to throw on 1st down, and his pass is intercepted by Hunter Hillenmeyer. And shaken up is Kyle Bowler, hit hard. And Hillenmeyer with the critical interception on the 40-yard line, giving the Bears the ball back. And that's what can happen when you try to do this on 1st down.
Well, I can hear everybody saying it now. That's why you don't throw the ball up the field. That's why you don't throw the ball up the field. Kyle Bowler had some time in the pocket. There's actually good protection. Alex Barron ends up getting beat, and he's lucky he didn't get called for a holding call there. But he tries forcing the ball, Kyle Bowler, in between 3 defenders. Because they've run the ball so many times to Steven Jackson on 1st down, I'd rather have seen him get in a conventional formation, run a play action pass to Steven Jackson, make the Bears defense believe that's what they're going to do.
Hillenmeyer's 1st interception of the year, and now Matt Forte off the left side will want to stay in bounds, and he does so. He gets the 1st down as well as we approach 3 minutes remaining. So Rams quarterback Kyle Bowler in his first 4 games this season committed 7 turnovers. 5 interceptions and 2 fumbles, and 2 of his picks and 2 of his fumbles were returned for touchdowns. So he has averaged 2 turnovers in every game he has appeared, and that has been the problem. And so the turnover bugaboo may have done the Rams in their upset possibility today. It'll be a 1st down for the Bears on the Rams 48. Forte gets a couple. Rams are going to have to use all their timeouts now.
Bears, because they're down by 8 with under 2 minutes to go. No timeouts. Let's see if they can put a drive together.
1 timeout still for the Rams. And here's Kyle Bowler underneath to Steven Jackson, who's tackled immediately. That's not going to get much done. Donijay was there. As the clock continues to run, nearly a minute and a half to go. 5-yard pickup, 2nd and 5. Bowler completes it to Donnie Avery, and Avery gets the 1st down to the 40, and they've got to hurry up and clock the ball as the time shows 1:20.
Good job by Donnie Avery on that one, finding the crease in between Tillman in pain, and Kyle Bowler putting it right in between the seam.
18 yards there, and this one incomplete to Amendola. Stops the clock at 1:10, and bringing up 2nd down and 10 for the Rams. Well, they certainly have improved because they lost their first 7 games by an average of 22 points. They beat the Lions, but in their last 3 losses, it's been by an average of 8 points, and that's what they're down here by. So they're getting closer, but not getting the wins.
And a few weeks back, they had the New Orleans Saints right to the wire with a Hail Mary at the end to try and upset them.
Yes, and the Redskins may upset them today. We'll see. 2nd down and 10, Bowler. And underneath to Steven Jackson down at midfield. And the hurry up is in progress with under a minute remaining.
As much as you're trying to hurry up here, you have 3rd and 4. You need to pick up the 1st down to even have a chance.
And they got 2 downs to pick up the yardage. 1st down to Randy McMichael. And they got the ball at the 41-yard line. Still with 1 timeout left, but the clock is their enemy. Nearly a half a minute remaining. And they stop it at 33 seconds.
Good job by the Rams moving the ball to get in position to score.
Look at that, 1 pass attempt for 20 or more yards today.
They haven't thrown the ball, and if you remember, that was early in the game. They did a fake off of a counter footwork to Steven Jackson. They threw the ball up the field, where Payne was able to dive in there and knock the ball away from Donnie Avery in the end zone, and that's really the only shot they've taken up the field.
With Jackson on the sidelines, Kenneth Darby is in there. And here's Kyle Bowler, and Bowler's deep pass, and it's broken up by Payne, intended for Donnie Avery. So Kevin Payne starting at strong safety. His 2nd start of the year, began the opening game, makes a big play.
You see Donnie Avery, the 2 receivers are too close together. Donnie Avery needs to get an outside release. If he's going to go inside like that, he needs to get back outside and get width to the boundary. So Kyle Bowler has a place to put that ball to where 1 defender can't cover 2 receivers.
9 possessions in Bears territory, and the Rams only managed 3 field goals. Under a half a minute remaining. 3rd and 10. Bowler throws it up for grabs, incomplete. On his way down, Alawali Ogunleye, who had a sack early in the game and then was shaken up, had to come out, coming in and putting the pressure on Bowler, and it's 4th and 10.
Ogunleye does a good job once again on Adam Goldberg, working the corner, working the edge. Kyle Bowler, as he's falling down, gets lucky. He throws this ball away, and Steven Jackson happens to be in the vicinity, so it's not intentional grounding. 4th down coming up.
And the clock and the 4th down. 2 things working against the Rams right now, who need a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Here's the pass, and it's overthrown to Brandon Gibson, and the Bears will take over on downs and win the game. Week, road games at Baltimore, home with the Vikings and at Detroit. But the Bears started out with a win today. So for Trent Green, this is Dick Stockton saying so long from Chicago. The final score, the Bears 17 and the Rams 9. We'll take you to bonus coverage. It'll be the Saints and the Redskins. But first, here's Kurt Menefee.